All right, let's get right to Twitter and bring in our good friend Keith Fitz-Gerald. Keith, good morning. What's your assessment of Mr. Musk's takeover bid?
Well, I tell you what, he's playing for real, and the wokerati are in full panic mode, Ashley. You know, this is serious. Twitter has gone even so far as to adopt a poison pill. Now, for viewers who don't know exactly what that is, that's a defense called shareholder rights, where they often go to dilute shareholders. The idea is to make it less attractive to an activist shareholder or somebody with an agenda. Unfortunately, it's also a tactic to use by inept management that wants to stay in place. So I think the better bet is still Tesla. I think that he's going to make Twitter an interesting stock, but I wouldn't buy until after he owns it.
I want to get to this very quickly. Gold hitting 2,000. We had a guest earlier, and we've had many guests who said we've reached peak inflation, but it seems to me that the gold price is not telling us that at all. What say you?
I agree with you, Ashley. I don't think we have hit peak inflation. As nasty as those numbers are, I think they're going to get worse. I think gold has got to be viewed subjectively, more subjectively than it has in the past, because of the influence of cryptocurrency and all sorts of other asset classes that haven't historically been a part of the historical gold pricing pattern.
Very good. We've got a lot of earnings this week. I want to take a look at a few of them. Costco, I know you own it. What are you looking for?
Well, Costco is really an indirect piece. It's not necessarily going to come out this week, but what I'm looking at is all this other data, because it's going to feed into a retail play like Costco. If we have a stretched consumer, if we have higher inflation, if we have banks and financials and production and Procter & Gamble, all these other companies coming out showing the impact of inflation, Costco is the one safety valve for the American consumer, and I think that's going to play well to the stock. If there's a big drop, I hope I'm smart enough to buy.
Talking of Elon Musk, Tesla reporting this week. What are you expecting?
Well, again, I think we're going to see some more inflationary impact. But to all of the other things that are going on with Twitter, I've got the position I want right now. But if I get a good drop, I'm going to be hard-pressed to resist going shopping.
We also have Alaska on the board there. Alaska Airlines, what are your thoughts?
This one is interesting. I own Alaska, A, because I fly it, and B, because I really love the company's attitude. I think that all of the headlines regarding, how they're going to get people where they're going to go, it's the one airline that really does things right. It's a much smaller scale. They pay very careful attention to their travelers, to their staff, to their people. I think the company's tremendously undervalued right now, particularly as the world reopens.
Always highly rated in the customer satisfaction ratings.
Exactly.
All right, Keith Fitz-Gerald, thank you. Thanks very much, Keith. The opening bell now.
Hi, it's Keith here. Thanks for checking out today's highlight clip. What'd you think? Did I make sense? Is there something you'd like to add? Make sure you leave a comment down below, and of course, click subscribe to keep up right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email newsletter at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and a whole lot more.